Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Hello, and welcome to BGP. Today's episode, we are talking about Miss Nia Longs and her fiancé, the Boston Celtics coach who committed some infidelity. And the first thing I went to, and I don't know if you ladies went there, I thought about, wow, such a beautiful lady, Miss Nia Longs. And I don't know why it's natural for me to go right there to think men only cheat on women that are ugly or unattractive. But just the whole way that whole situation went down was awful. That the franchise, or I'm sorry, the team would put that out there instead of getting them together maybe, or letting her know some kind of way. It just seems like the whole thing was handled inappropriately. And now here she is having to deal with this. And I may not be privy to everything that occurred with that situation. I know we all aren't, but what would cause a man to do that, Miss Neisha?
What would cause him to cheat?
Yeah, on Nia.
I guess options. I guess it's kind of common in that community as far as like the NBA, the sports community, entertainment field. For once they reach a certain level, the options are presented. They present themselves. So whether you're with a beautiful woman or, as some refer to as an average woman, average appearing woman, that's not, if he wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. So
exactly.
There's that. That's my thought.
What are your thoughts on that, Mama?
Well, on the internet they say once you hit a certain financial level that they do have the option to step outside of the relationship anytime they please via cheating, even though their significant other believes that they are in a monogamous or marital relationship. Mm-hmm. And they expect their significant other or their spouse to be understanding. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. However, when we flip it and a man has cheated 50 times and a woman cheats one time, we are the lowest of the low.
Exactly. Yeah.
We are everything but the child of God.
Right.
So he cheated because that's what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like Neisha said.
And in that spotlight like that, what do you feel that it was handled appropriately? And what should they have done different? Because I'm really upset with the way it got out there, and that teammates knew. And then I don't know if you saw how Matt Barnes responded immediately. I think they don't take into consideration the woman and what now she has to deal with. And now she's got a child. And do you think it was handled appropriately?
Well, hold up. So she gets to be hidden, but Nia's right here in the forefront. She has a child also.
No, I don't think. No. I think you misinterpreted
She's talking about Nia.
I'm talking about Nia.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lady.
Please.
Okay,
No,
I thought you
I
were
was
talking about the
gonna-
lady.
no.
'Cause I was just like, hold up, wait a minute.
Okay, because he
Let
would
me
be.
clean my ears.
No, I don't feel sorry for that heifer at all.
Okay, first of all, he did something that they deemed inappropriate behavior, and they said he had a consensual sexual relationship with a member, and some are saying two members, and some are saying allegedly there's a baby involved. But however, let's go to corporate America. Whenever you're in corporate America, it is discouraged for supervisors to have relationships
with the subordinates.
With the subordinates. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, and why?
Because it could be perceived that he or she would be biased when it comes to raises, when it comes to reviews, when it comes to promotions, etc. There would be some bias in that decision making.
Well, not to mention just the conflict and the messiness of it all. Because anytime that there's some disagreements between the two, you're going to see it and you're going to feel it.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the workplace, you're going to see it. The county has the same type of policy. There's no type of, if they find out later that maybe a couple people have married, somebody's got to go to a different department or a different location. That is just not acceptable because of that very thing. It can get messy.
Exactly. Like you said, they have a fight at home.
Yeah, they bring it to work. Yeah, exactly.
And everybody's affected. It lowers the morale of the team.
Yes.
Because now the whispers in the room.
Right.
They're not speaking. They used to eat together.
Something's going on.
That's disrupting progress at work.
Yes.
So
it's
he
distracting.
knows better. Yeah.
Absolutely, he knows better.
Well, I'm sure
but he's been able to get away with it before.
I'm pretty sure. In that particular position, I'm pretty sure he signed in his contract that he is not to be having any type of relations with anyone, fraternizing with anyone within the company.
And my understanding is she is somebody's wife, VP or somebody for the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And was helping her get moved to Boston, helping Nia to get moved.
And Nia get moved to Boston.
Yeah, exactly. And I think somewhere in that environment, men have started to think that this is acceptable and okay, that they can do that. And they haven't received any consequences for it. So in this case, do you feel like there should be some type of consequence for his behavior?
They did give him a consequence.
He got suspended.
He got suspended for the whole season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's money.
Yes.
Hit them pockets.
Yes.
Yes.
That's definitely money.
Okay.
That's money and any future endeavors that he may have been privy to have because of his status.
Yeah.
He ruined that for some booty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why they possibly got caught is because they said that he started making disparaging remarks about her.
Right.
First she was the love of his life.
Yes.
And she's a little thought, Wow. Here's my question. Because everybody is blaming Nia Long. Everybody is saying she's 51, he's 46, she's hit the wall, she's a baby mama, she's never been married, this is the last train smoking, she better accept it, blah, 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 blah. Why do they always
Blame the woman?
blame the woman?
Yeah.
Why?
That's something I never understood because you're essentially saying it's her fault that he couldn't control his penis.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that. Remember with the Layla Rashan and how remember got caught cheating with Eddie Murphy's ex-wife, and they blamed Layla Rashan and said, "Well, look how she looks. It's her fault." Instead of putting the fault or the blame on him because he was out there, forgetting that he was married. I never understood why it's
He's
always...
not married. They're not married.
Who's not married?
Nia Long.
No. Right. I'm talking about. I was talking about the Layla Rashan
okay.
thing. Yeah, that he forgot that he was married and was cheating on her, but they blame Layla Rashan. So, in regards to Nia Long, no, they weren't married, but they were engaged. They were together for some longer than marriages.
So that part right there. She did a Essence interview where she said she really doesn't believe in the institution of marriage. It's kind of like somebody owning you. Why can't we just be together? My question is this, and I lose my train of thought, so we're going to go back to cheating. But my question is this. If you have no thoughts of being married, why accept an engagement ring?
I wonder if it was for show. I wonder if it was, for show. Because, he comes from that background. And so in their background, marriage is very important, just as education, just as, the passing down the wealth and the family and stuff. So if she's, more on the Black American side where it's common to be a single mom, it's common to not get married, it's common for divorces too. I think that more than likely it could have been just kind of as a pacifier so that, family wouldn't really be tripping. Like, yeah, she's pregnant, but they're engaged. Or, yeah, she had the kid, but they're engaged. And, you know, just my thoughts, though.
So here's my question then. Do you think that further made him comfortable with cheating because there was no unity as far as a marriage? Would that make him more thinking that it's okay for him to do his behavior?
I'm going to say no, because he's the one that got on his knee, and he's the one to ask for her hand in marriage. So either both of y'all playing?
Yeah.
We playing with this thing here. Like I said, I just find it strange that men always want to resort to blaming the women. If deflection were currency, a lot of black males would be very, very wealthy. They want us to be responsible and accountable for our actions, and they have to be responsible and accountable for their actions. If you see a pretty little thing that you want to hit, you need to respect your woman and your children, because this trickles down to the children.
Absolutely.
What are you going to tell your son about why you ain't going to work today?
Yeah.
For the whole season.
Yeah.
And it hurts family.
It does.
It hurts friends. You know, because you don't have any dick control.
That's simple.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
simple.
I listened to, I don't know if you guys heard it, but, you know, they asked Shaq his thoughts on the situation. Did you hear his? So he was like, he said, I'm going to be honest. He said, I cheated in my marriage. I was a constant cheater. I was good at it. He was like, and it's my biggest regret because my family was ripped apart. He was like, he said, you know, I enjoyed coming home to the kids saying, Daddy, and because of my decisions, that was changed. He was like, I broke up a family. I broke up I allowed my, my appetite to mess up my family. So, you know, he was like, my thoughts are with him, but he was like, I tell you, I definitely don't encourage y'all to be cheating, you know, at all. I don't encourage it. And so I commend him for saying that, because I remember when it was like off again, on again. We get a divorce, we're not getting a divorce. And then Shawnee just had enough. Like, that's enough, you know, because he kept cheating and she was trying to make it work for the kids. And then and now she's married to someone else.
I know. She seems like she's happy too.
Yeah.
My question to you, say for instance, hypothetically speaking, she decides, Nia Long, that they're going to go to counseling, they're going to work their relationship out. How would you feel about that?
I mean, that's for them. If she can make it work, then I'd say go for it. I mean, it's for me, I don't see myself being a 12-year fiancé, you know. But if we're married, I definitely would want to at least give it a shot and say that we tried to make it work, whether it's going through counseling, figuring out what it is that he's seeking from others that I'm not giving, figure out if this is what he wants to do, because it has to work both ways for both sides. And if we can make it work, we make it work. So I would definitely support her and want to see her try to give it a shot. But if not, I'm also not mad at her either, because I'm not going to lie, I would feel some kind of way if I find out that the chick that's supposed to be helping me move 2 months prior to this news coming out is the same chick that my fiance is cheating on me with. And so you knew that he was cheating, and you are the chick that he's cheating on me with, and you have the audacity to be smiling in my face and being like, oh, here's where you're going to move to. Here's what we recommend. Let me get the flights for you and the family and go here. Like, no.
Right?
No.
Wow. What about you, Mo? You think it should be a deal breaker, or they should try to salvage?
See, from what I understand and what I was reading, he knew months in advance that this information was going to come out.
Disclosed.
And for the simple fact that you knew it and you didn't prepare me enough, that means you don't value me or this relationship.
Exactly.
So fuck you
It's a done
and fuck
deal.
your counseling.
Wow.
I'm out.
Yes.
Just on the simple fact of that. Now, had the tables been turned, I would still have to consider it, because you're all lovey-dovey and in my face, and I'm thinking everything's good while you doing your dirt behind my back. You're being slick. You're being deceptive. You giving yourself to others. And it becomes a scandal. I don't know. And it probably would be no, because we've been together for 12 years or, almost 10 years that they've been together. We have a child together, and you're still acting immature, and you're a multi-millionaire, and you haven't grown up yet. I think it would no, I don't want any goddamn counseling. I'd probably get some self-counseling so that I wouldn't fall into this trap on the next relationship, but me and him would probably basically be done. And, I know you guys are going to go back and say Mona has a 3 strikes rule, but you're out.
Done, right.
He's out on the first strike?
And really, he's probably done it before.
I think
This
so.
is the
Yeah,
time
exactly.
that
He just got caught
Yeah.
and it's
Because
out
like
in the
I said,
open.
allegedly it's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt he's done it before.
Yeah.
No
And
doubt.
I just moved to
Yes.
to
To a
wherever that
whole new
was
state.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I said, you knew this was coming.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I think about like their son, now I know he's what, 10, 12?
Probably 10.
10,
Probably
okay.
10.
How do we deal with the child knowing and the questions that he asks? Is it for dad to tell the story? Is it for mom to share? How do we deal with these kids that are now involved, are stuck in the middle of this type of infidelity that clearly at some point they're going to see it on the news. It's going to come up on TV. This is the kind of thing that men don't think of when they just laying pipe or sticking their Vienna sausage all everywhere. They nasty, dirty dick self.
Oh.
Anyway, they don't think about all that, how it affects more than just them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how do we now deal with the kids?
I don't know, but when Nia made that statement last week after it first blew up, she said, I would ask you guys to, respect our privacy
Right.
at this time while we're dealing with, the current situation. So I'm sure that either she or they both are going to have that conversation with him as to why they are now probably separated, probably, it's hot in here, huh?
A little bit. A little bit. I thought I felt a drop of
I'm not
sweat.
trying to do a sign language.
She's probably gonna have that conversation. I think they both should, but
Yeah.
because you can't hide it. Social media is everywhere. The news was everywhere, and it was big time news.
And it's
last
sports.
week. Yeah, and
So
it's
the husbands
sports.
are talking
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
The
Oh my
men are talking about it.
yes.
Yeah.
Probably should be together.
Yeah. But I don't know if she would probably want to deal with him right
I
now. So.
know.
I feel very sorry for her because she said before she asked for privacy that she was blindsided.
Yeah,
She
I
didn't
remember
find
that.
out until the news broke
Yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah.
Dad should talk to the son first. I don't know what to say about what you did. You're a man. He's a boy. You
Exactly.
You
You do
handle
that.
You handle that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I might want to sit and
Yes.
observe.
There you go. Let me, yeah, right. Be the fly on the wall. Right. Gosh. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I saw you sigh. There's something there.
It's something, but
something
I lost it.
Okay. So, in wrapping it up, like I think of the Holly Berrys and the Beyoncés and these beautiful women that you think, oh my God, they got cheated on. At the end of the day, men, like you said, are going to do what they want to do. A cheater is going to cheat. If they get the opportunity to try to get away with it, that's what they're going to do. And for me, it's just got to be a deal breaker, you know. And I know some people, especially when it's kids involved, you try to salvage these type of relationships. But in closing, I just would like to know from you ladies is, I know Mona says she have a 3-strike rule, but in situations where you are out in public, you're a public figure, you're a public figure, what are some of the rules that you're going to lay down in your relationship when it comes to cheating?
Oh, see, here's the thing. I've never been married, right? I am single, dating, but single, right? Because I'm not married. So I look at relationships differently than I probably would if I was married. Mm-hmm. I feel like as a married woman, I would probably take the steps to, especially if it's mutual, to fight for my marriage, right? But as a single woman, on the other hand, it's real easy for me to just be like, cut after the first shot. Cut.
Right.
Clearly, I'm not good enough. You still want to sit there and be out there in the world with other
Mm-hmm.
people. Go do your thing. Go do you. So you get one strike.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Strike. Excuse me. You struck out with the first strike
Mm-hmm.
as a single person that's dating. But if I'm married, it's different. I feel like, you would go through counseling, see if that's what we really want. Do we still want to be together? Do we want to keep the family together if kids are involved? Figure out what it is that either one of us feels we're missing, to try to, be inclusive and included and communicate more so that you don't have to go seek it from other people, But as a single person, like I said, it's easy to walk away. You don't have to tolerate things that you probably would in a marriage, in my opinion.
True.
So for me, you one and done. Sorry. Yeah.
You know what? Depending on how good we were interacting before the scandal broke, would be a major decision, and if I would give him some benefit of the doubt, some leniency about how I'm going to treat him afterwards. Be grown. We can't wait to be grown. We can't wait to be adults, and then we don't know how to be honest with one another. If you're feeling some type of way, break up with my ass.
That easy.
I can respect you better. I'm going to feel some type of way, but that's a lesser blow than me finding out that you were deceptive.
Yeah.
I have seen, and I remember, I don't know what reality show it was, where and it's that comedian, the African guy, he was saying that his wife allows him to have an outside relationship once a month.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
When you're in this type of life, about that life, is that something that you have to really take into consideration, that like, hey, we have this open relationship. When you're home, you're with me. When you're out there, if you're out of town, you can have your girl. Is that something that either of you could agree upon, that they could have a relationship outside of you when they're away and traveling? Because they do a lot of traveling.
Right. For me, no. But this is why I couldn't deal with someone that's always gone, always on the road, because the temptation would be there on both sides.
Exactly.
On
Let's
both
not
sides.
forget that.
And so
right?
I couldn't do it. But for some people, I guess it worked. I mean, remember, there's some people that are in poly relationships and they're accepting of having multiple partners at once. And especially in that industry, it's really common for some of them wives that allow that to happen, as long as it does not get messy.
And as long as the money goes in the
as long as it doesn't get messy to where everybody got to find out what's going on, as long as it doesn't get messy to where there's outside children being created.
There you go.
Right? As long as, health is not a risk, they are willing to overlook the indiscretion. I'm not one of those. Exactly. I can't. I'm the one that's like, if you feel like I'm not enough, if you feel like, things aren't going the way you want it to go, cut it. Let's just cut it. I might be hurt, but eventually I'm going to get over it. But cut it. Be honest and cut it, and let's just move on and go do you and whomever. And, that's just it for me.
I think as adults, when temptations arise, come talk to me. Come tell me, hey, I'm feeling some type of way. I seen this lady at work, and and maybe we can talk about it. Maybe we can role play tonight. She's a blonde. Oh, let me go get a wig. Maybe I can assist you in not cheating on me. You got to be honest with your partner, because you guys expect honesty and loyalty for us, and you want us to forgive you. And that's not fair.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for Nia Longs. Nobody deserves to be cheated on. I don't give a damn how much older she is, how much younger he is. And he's not
young. That much younger.
He's 45
than her.
years old.
He know better.
46.
He know better.
45, 46. He's a grown-ass man.
Yes, exactly.
Do grown-ass things. And it just makes me wonder, when do you take the nigga out of the man? When is enough money that you can act like a man?
Act like you got some.
You have a child. You have another boy that's calling you daddy too. You have family that's looking up to you, that's respecting you. You have a respectable position. And see, we talk about Pookie and fucking Ray Ray, and your ass is a Pookie and Ray Ray too. Why do we have to, I'm about to go off. Why do we as women have to be afraid of our goddamn men? Why do we have to be kind of protective when our men that look like us come and approach us? You guys are supposed to be the heads. You guys are supposed to be the leaders. You guys are supposed to be the authority figures. You guys are supposed to be the goddamn problem solvers. You have a problem and you can't fix your own goddamn problem. So I'm supposed to look out for my vagina and police your dick too? Come on, I need y'all men to grow
like
up.
that.
I need y'all to fucking grow up. We should not be afraid to be in relationships with you. We should not be afraid to be loyal to you. We should not be afraid to be proud to be in monogamous relationships with you when that's what you ask for. So we give you what you want and you still go out here and do some bullshit because you think you have options. How about the options to be a grown-ass man?
Yeah.
How about the options to sit me down and tell me this ain't working out? How about the options to tell me you still immature and you want to get your penis wet whenever you want to? How about that? That's my final thought.
Very good. Neisha?
I would just say, be careful because, there are certain influencers out there that tell women in our community that the more he makes, the more he's supposed to be allowed to cheat. The more she should be comfortable with him, entertaining other women, although he's married to you or in a relationship with you. And if that's not what you want, because I don't, I would strongly discourage you even, kind of looking that way. Now, that's not to say that every man that makes a certain dollar amount is going to go out there and cheat. That's not true. That doesn't mean that. But it doesn't mean you also have to accept it either. I feel bad for Nia because, like it was pointed out, she found out when we found out. So he knew months ago that this was about to happen and still moved her out to the state where he was, knowing that this stuff was about to happen. You could have left me out here in Cali while this is going down and just we have that discussion. So I know I'm going to stay right here with my son while you figure out what's going to happen out there. Because now I'm in a state and you're not even going to be working. You suspended, sir. Because you couldn't keep yourself together, keep what's in your pants. You couldn't do that. And I told y'all about them NDAs.
Right.
Told you about that.
Right.
And one of fuck that. One of the coldest things about it is you didn't want me to have your back when you was cheating, but as soon as you get busted, you want me to have your back. You want me to sit at the press conference with you and look all lovey-dovey with your ass and look all forgiving with your ass. There's diseases out here, Negroes. And we're not saying everybody cheats, so don't get in the comment section talking about that. But there's diseases out here. You didn't introduce me to this broad. I've been smiling on her damn face. And you felt good about that? Y'all be feeling good about cheating.
That's a notch in that belt.
That's some fucked up shit.
Sure is.
That means you have some low self-esteem. You have some issues that you need to deal with. You got some freaking baggage. Yeah. You're fucking greedy. You don't care about nobody but your damn self. And see, some women will look away because, like Neisha said, they want that money. Some people are more forgiving than others. But why even get to that point?
Yeah.
You better wrap it up.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up right here. My last thought. Good job. My last thought is respect. Bottom line. Respect. Even if you got caught up and you decided you was going to do something out of line. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass your family. Have a little couth about yourself. Have some respect and go somewhere where ain't nobody gonna see it. But just the fact that you
cheat right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got the cheating skills.
Right.
You ain't even slick enough to do that.
That might not be your
right?
thing.
Yeah, find something else to do, player, because you ain't got the player. The player ain't in you. But yeah, we're going to wrap this up because we can go on and on with this. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to BGP. Get in the comments if you have anything else that you want to say in regards to this topic. If we need to bring it up again, cheating comes up quite often in these talks. But Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell so you're always notified when we're on. And that's it. Thank you for tuning in. We out.
BGP.